Firepower back in the booth. Now, this video right here is gonna be about higher self, self-improvement, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And by the way, you all, for the people that see this video afterwards, I just want to let you know, now that I'm separating myself, I'm not part of any Aboriginal community or any other community, you know what I'm saying? It's just community itself. Now that it's just me and my subs, make sure y'all hit the like button. Now that it's just me and my subs, you all, I want to make sure I got active subs. If you see a video pop up inside your comment if you see a video pop up in your notifications, y'all drop me a comment, even if it's just a period. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all share. Even if you can't share it anyway. But anyway, this video right here gonna be on higher self and self-improvement. Abo G, peace, peace, peace. How are we? Um, Now, hit the like button. Hit the like button for me, you all. Hit the like button. If you're in here, hit the like button. Let me share this stream too. Let me share the stream real fast. I'll be right back. Not much, man. Having a beautiful day, sis. Let me see. Okay. Appreciate y'all hitting that like. Who up in here with us, Abo G? Oh, okay, nobody come in it. But anyway, higher self. All right. People hear people say high vibrations, right? Now, the higher self, to me, this is my explanation. I can't tell you anybody else's. The higher self to me is that part of the Most High that resides within every man, woman, and child. Now, why do I say that? Because in every creation myth around this plane, you hear that at first man was just clay or mud or dirt. You know what I'm saying? And then he was fashioned out of that. And then it was immobile. It was nothing until the Most High blew his spirit into him. So that's where we get higher self from. Now, how we access. Now, look, I got to say this. I should have put it in the, hey, for the two new people up here, hit the like button. You now tuned in to Chief Sabian Indigenous, the realist, the noble, a.k.a. Indigenous Realist, the realist. Now, the reason why, now look, I got to say this. Most people are always talking about the third eye, right? The third eye is hyped up. I've been saying it for years. Like, people hype up the third eye, but it's more to that. The higher self controls every part. Look, you got 7 chakras, right? You got a chakra that starts at your you got 12 chakras, y'all. They only talk about 7. Quasi Rael, peace, peace, peace. Oh man, I'm doing great today, sis. Like, real talk, I'm doing great today. Now, you got your crown chakra. You got another chakra that sits right here. They say the third eye chakra. You got your crown chakra. You got your throat chakra. You got your solar plex chakra. And then you got the lower chakras, right? And that's the lower self. The chakras actually represent the higher self and the lower self. Do you get what I'm saying? So the third eye, which is always hyped up, third eye, everybody that's conscious, they always talk about third eye, but the third eye is just one chakra out of the other ones. Now, the pineal gland. People talk about the pineal gland and they want to say that's the third eye. And I always said that is the physical manifestation. For the new person here, hit the like button. That's the physical manifestation of the third eye. But that's not the third eye. That's just his seat. Just like everything else has a seat. Do you get what I'm saying? But the actual third eye is a spiritual eye, just like the higher self. Now, I spoke on higher self real fast. I'm gonna keep building on higher self. Higher self. All right. If you want to know what all higher self is, appreciate y'all hitting that like button, man. Thank you all for real, for real. You now tuned in to Chief Sabian Indigenous, aka Indigenous Realist, the realist. Now, the higher self. That's all the mystical. Look, anytime you see man is able to do mystical or spiritual or astral or cosmic or any kind of energetic thing, that is part of the higher self, which I already said comes from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Which is pure energy, which is that part of us they can't touch. What are some examples of the higher self? The mind, that's higher self. The so-called spirit. Somebody accidentally unliked the chat. Relike it for me, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We just trying to get some more like-minded people in here. The so-called soul, you know what I'm saying? But it's not SOUL, it's SOL. You know what I'm saying? Your soul. All right, and I'll build on that in a second. You got your soul, you got your mind, you have your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Now, the astral body. See, there's not only, look, you got higher self, lower self. You got the triune man, which is spirit, soul, and flesh. Then you turn around, you got the different bodies. You got your astral body, you have your spiritual body, you have things of that nature. Now you can comment like any topic y'all want to build on, y'all can comment. I just labeled it something because I'm gonna be in here building. And if y'all got something else y'all want to build on, you know what I'm saying, you can always comment. I'm gonna be streaming for about an hour. I may stream for like an hour or maybe like only 30 minutes. I don't know. Depends. It just depends. Now, self-improvement. What is self-improvement? The goal for let me start off with the goal for self-improvement. The goal for self-improvement should always be to be more higher self than lower self. If we know, I explain the higher self, let me explain the lower self. The lower self is all the carnal things. You get what I'm saying? All the animalistic qualities in us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I made that video the other day talking about when I said homosexuality, is it natural? And the whole point I was making with that video is the fact that it's not natural in nature and that you can't compare animals to humans. Why? Because animals do things just out of the urge. You get what I'm saying? An animal eats because it's hungry. It can't tell itself no. It's going to find something to eat and its mind will be focused on that. An animal has sex because nature tells it to have sex, or it gets an urge that it can't control. And that's where you get humans. When humans start thinking that we are nothing but animals, how science wants us to think. And by the way, you all, I've been reading online that they're moving massive incinerators. They're moving massive incinerators out there to China. So, you know what I'm saying? I know some people don't care about what's going on in other places, but that's human life out there. You know what I'm saying? We already knew that China had a population problem. You know what I'm saying? China has always had a population problem. It has always had a one baby law. And now they done said this coronavirus that they hyped up. And now along with that coronavirus, they're also hospitalizing all those people. And now they're moving in incinerators. So 9 times out of 10, they're doing population management out there. Why does that matter for the Americas? If they're killing people in China, if the government is killing people in China, why does that matter to the Americas? Hell, because I feel like anytime something big happens around the world and they're trying to cover it up, I feel like America may be next. Do you get what I'm saying? Because America is a known copycat. You know what I'm saying? America is a known copycat. They will do shit. Think about it. We're overpopulated. Why are we overpopulated? Because we live inside of these cities. We live inside these reservations they put us on after colonization. If there's nothing here, right? Let me explain colonization and let me explain why I call our neighborhoods, our cities, reservations. And by the way, I'm uploading a video as I'm building. We got a video. Oh, okay. It just must have uploaded right there where I was out there on the land. That's where I had went earlier. You know what I'm saying? Just to go be in wilderness, go be in nature. You know what I'm saying? And show people that, you know what I'm saying, it's beautiful out here. And it's starting to warm up. Spring is coming, you all. But the thing is, colonization go like this. They get over here when the European immigrants came to the Americas on the East Coast, right? For the 4 new people up in here, hit the like button so we can get some more like-minded people in the stream. Now, when the European conqueror, the European colonizer came over here, they landed on the East Coast, right? They met up. They met up with the red tribes. When I say red, this ain't fucking red. This is copper. This is dark brown. This is one of the million shades of brown, one of the million shades of copper. Excuse my language. I'm finna try to stop cussing because I don't even use vulgar language. All right, now check this out. So when I say red tribes, anytime, for y'all that don't know, I've separated myself completely from any community. I'm not a part of any communities, none of that shit. I'm an independent researcher. I stand on my own feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a part of any organization, any of that. Okay, with that being said, let me say this. When they settled on the East Coast, right, all they seen was that this was a lush land. Now, did they come as just pilgrims? When they came and colonized America, were they just pilgrims? No. They want to paint the picture of pilgrims because now we have pilgrim-like people to look in that example. So when you say pilgrim, you automatically think of Mormon, or you think of Quakers, and you think of a peaceful people. Well, Mormon's not peaceful, they're racist. I have the Book of Mormon, I've read it, you know what I'm saying? I've been studying that for years. Now, that's a very racist group, by the way, you all. And anyway, and I be seeing black Mormons now. That shit is crazy. I may do a video on that shit. Now, they want you to think of Quakers. They want you to think of a peaceful people out here just chilling, you know what I'm saying, trying to vibe with the natives, not with the indigenous. And I'm telling you, for anyone that I don't want to debate or argue with anyone, so I ain't even gonna send out any bad energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing out high vibes, good energy. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. They settle on the East Coast. Now, what they have in front of them, we see expansion. Expansion happen from east pushing towards the west. That's where you get the term Wild Wild West from. And that's where you get the cowboys coming in, and that's where you get the Native American Freemasons from. Now, if y'all didn't know, Native Americans, when I say Native American, y'all, I'm talking about reservationists. You know what I'm saying? So the reservationists, their elders are Freemasons. You know what I'm saying? And I delved into that a little bit. They have a ceremony called um the red hand ceremony, if I'm not mistaken. It's on my channel already. I haven't studied it in a while, but I'm gonna be doing an update on that series too. It's an old series. They have a ceremony called red hand, and it's about the scalping of the aboriginal. You know what I'm saying? The whole concept of that is about the scalping of the aboriginal. You get what I'm saying? And that lets me, knowing the Freemasonry, knowing that Freemasonry is the cause of all oppression among black people. Let me say that again. Freemasonry is the cause of all oppression among black people. Freemasonry is the ones that rule this country. Why am I saying that? Am I saying it just because it's some kind of secret society, or it's just some kind of closed little group? No, I'm saying that because we can see the example on their temple floors. Do you get what I'm saying? We can see the example on their temple floors. The black and white check it squares are the black and white terms they put on the European and the Aboriginal. Y'all got to check game. They put the term black and white on the Aboriginal, and then they put it on their temple floors because they're walking all over us. I'll get into that in a second. Now, we're talking about colonization and expansion, right? So they get over here, and what they see is potential. We got to realize the colonizer didn't come over here empty-handed. They didn't come over here without a plan. They came over here with a plan, with the map, and with the tools necessary to colonize the mind of the people. For the new people in the stream, hit the like button so some more like-minded people can come in. Even if you just stand in for a second, hit the like button, share if possible, comment down below. So when oh yeah, that's what I was finna say. They came over here with the plan already. They came over here with the map already, how to get here. They knew how to get here. They had guides, they had translators. They knew how to get here. And they also had experience. See, Africa, the continent of Africa has been colonized. It has been ruled by European presence way past 400 years ago. I'm not gonna make a too broad a statement, you know what I'm saying, because I got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, gonna be trying to fire me up here soon, which I'm prepared for, which indeed that I'm planning for. I'm just trying to work some shit like some puppets. Not my subs. I'm trying to work some other YouTubers like some puppets. I want people to fire me up. I want people to blast me and all kinds of shit. So I'm gonna be real careful with the information I'm spitting, even though I don't have anything written right here. I'm gonna be really careful. Now, I say Africa was colonized for sure for the last 1,000 years. For sure for the last 1,000 years, Africa has already been colonized. Why does the colonization of Africa matter to us over here as indigenous people or as black Indians? Why does that matter? It matters because it lets you know that when the European came over here, they already had the experience of colonizing the mind and the land of a people. They've been running Africa. That's why nowadays you see all the doctors, the psychiatrists, they're starting to be lawyers. These Africans are coming over here in mass numbers. You see them everywhere. They're popping up everywhere. They're not just cab drivers anymore. They're coming to get the political positions over here in our country. They're coming over here to get the medical positions. For the 4 new people in the stream, like the stream, we're just getting started. We're just building, y'all. It's more than the title. You can drop a topic, any topic you want. You can drop it in the chat. Hit the like button so we can get some more like-minded people in the stream. Thanks for that like. Now, so seeing the mindset of the European when they came over here, they had colonization on their mind already. That wasn't just happenstance. That wasn't just an accident. They knew why they came. Okay. Now, once they get here, they meet up on the East Coast with the Red Indian. Was there previous collusion? No. But we know for a fact, we do know for a fact that there's a Indian, what is his name, who got accepted into the lodge, who got accepted into the Freemasonry Lodge, and they took him to Europe, and he met up with the Queen. You know what I'm saying? So we got that guy. I'll find it, and I'll post a video about that later. Peace, Designate Greer. Peace, Pretty Face, The Situation Room. Peace, Quasi Rael. Peace, Abo G, Chakra Khan. Who else up in here? If you up in here, comment something in the chat, man. I'll shout you out. I'll greet you. Hit the like button if you haven't already hit the like button. Okay, moving forward. Now, with the expansion, right? They have colonization on the mind for expansion. So now you look at the slavery, the so-called slavery, right? As they're moving from east to west, they're bringing with them their culture. Why does the European culture matter to this topic? It matters because with them comes their building techniques. With the European comes their technology. With the European comes their diseases and their forms of colonization, right? Their form of mind control, their form of getting into the minds of the people, actually striking at the hearts of the people, literally. Now, this is a big thing. You all, Aboriginal power, peace, King. Now, you always hear me talking about, damn, I got distracted. I started thinking about Aboriginal. Look, Aboriginal power, peace, bro, peace, bro. I don't know if you caught the stream earlier, man. People don't fuck with Indigenous Realists no more. I separated myself from the whole community. Like, I'm just back to just being, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna be tapping into a few people's streams, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be tapping in, seeing what's going on, if it's life in there, man. But shit, the mass majority of shit I'm seeing going on, it ain't no damn life. But anyway, that was me messaging you too, by the way, the other day. Now, with the expansion comes the expansion of what? Their culture, their religion, their diseases. You know what I'm saying? From east to west, in that manner, right? The manner of the sun rising. That's what they want you to believe, that the sun rises east to west, but really that's just the fire of the European coming over here. That's what they're not telling you. All right, now check this out. Okay, with the expansion comes the expansion of their culture and their consciousness. In their culture, their consciousness, their religion. Now, religion is a strong, powerful tool used all over the world, used all through the Americas. They know that's the way to get at the people, get at them through spirit, get at them through soul. Do you get what I'm saying? If they can rule the mind of a people, if they can rule the spirit of a people, if they can rule the consciousness of a people, they feel that they rule the people. And that is a fact because they've done it before. They use their practice terms, they use their practice method of colonization. They practiced for over 1,000 years on the African. They had yeah, straight mind control. They actually practiced on the African and then came over here. For the 4 new people in the stream, hit the like button so we can get some more like-minded people in here. You now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous, aka Indigenous Realist, the realist. Now, when they the religion, I was talking about the religion tip, to rely on jinn, to rely on something outside of yourself, right? I'm not saying religion in itself is bad. I'm just saying religion in itself didn't come from the Americas. It came with the colonizer. It came with the migrants. It came with the immigrants. Do you get what I'm saying? For the new people in here, hit the like button. Now, moving along. Chief Smoke, peace, 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 everybody. Aquila Woolly Hair, shout out Aquila Woolly Hair, peace tribe. How are we now? So boom. So they're setting up these churches. They're setting up these missionaries. Remember, they're on a mission over here. It was a mission. They had a map. They knew how to get here. They had translators. They had guides, and they had a plan, right? Because you don't colonize something as big as North America. Remember that there's. All right, check this out. This is how you know it was planned. Divide and conquer. One European nation. I mean, one the motherfucking Spaniards, the Spaniards and the Portuguese, the Spaniards and the my mind slipped, but the Spaniards went down south, and we got the English up north. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't think. Look, people are always saying that the English language is well, I want to find a language. Someone should show me a language older than the sign language. I say sign language was the only language we were using. Do you get what I'm saying? At one point, then comes the other languages and stuff. And I feel like English came as a, just like today, English is practiced all around the world. Now, I'm saying this isn't fact. Like, I can't find you a damn record for it. But I'm saying, and through reasoning, through me saying, let's see. What language did we speak? There had to be some kind of global language. There had to be some kind of continental language, right? Why would they put the World Trade Center over here? Why wouldn't some other country around the world, some other continent around the world be the World Trade Center? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting things together. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I come about that. Now, I talked about the colonizing of the minds. So they colonized our minds. They colonized our minds not just through religion, but they also colonized our mind through what? Superstitions. They came with their disease. Okay, now the disease thing. What is the disease? When they came over with their European diseases, why is that important for this topic? Okay, I'm going to say this. If they did it once, what makes you think they won't do it again? When they came over here and spread those diseases, that made them want to know. It's going to make you curious. Think about it. If you've never seen disease have an effect on a whole nation of people before, and you got it in your records that it happened, why wouldn't you start forming and functioning a plan to make biochemical weapons or bioengineered diseases and things of that nature, viruses and stuff? Because we got to know that this shit didn't exist. AIDS didn't exist. All these rare ass forms of cancer and all this bullshit they giving us didn't exist. These different types of flus and these different types of sickness and all that shit is actually modified, bioengineered. You get what I'm saying? And then put on the people. Why? Because they know the shit works. They know they can decimate a population through disease. They're not worrying about keeping it contained because they're going after decimating the population. Now, when you think of the AIDS virus, we always hear that the AIDS was originally supposed to just be for black people. But it ended up spreading to white people, and that's when it got out of control, because they never thought that one of their lily white people would ever have sex with a nigger. You get what I'm saying? In the 1500s with the Spaniards and the 1800s with England, that's a 300-year time difference. Indeed, indeed. Now, I don't think that's Aboriginal power. By the way, I don't think them timelines are accurate. You know what I'm saying? I just know in my soul, in my being, inside my bones, that they're lying and that they haven't been over here that long. Just period. I don't think they've been over here past like the 1700s. You know what I'm saying? I do not think they've been over here in a major way past the 1700s. I don't find that possible. Now, the slavery tip. I gotta speak on this. And by the way, I'm jumping topic to topic like this, y'all, for a reason. Y'all can comment in the chat any topic though. Any topic you want, but until then, I'm just gonna be jumping topics to topics at random. You know what I'm saying? The slave tip. The slave tip. People want to say slavery didn't exist, or slavery didn't happen, or that it's a lie or something. That's good to that's good to stir something in the people. That's good to, but it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Slavery did happen. So that is a lie. You know what I'm saying? The slave trade did happen. You know what I'm saying? I do got receipts for my ancestors. You know what I'm saying? My receipts for my ancestor, actual pricing them, actual telling you how much each one of my ancestors were worth. You get what I'm saying? So I do have that. I do have a wheel from 1855. I do have that. You know what I'm saying? With my people, I do have a wheel from 1855, and I do have the receipts from my ancestors in 1820s. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, slavery did exist. So that is a big lie. You know what I'm saying? That people are propagating that slavery didn't happen. And it's not just in my genealogy, it's also in other people, and they choosing to ignore it. You get what I'm saying? But slavery did indeed happen. Now, do I stand on the fact that it was slavery as far as beating somebody with a chain? No, slavery was a term for overworking people. Overworking people. I talk about it in another recent video where I say it's called Back to the Future. 1960s. It's called Back to the Future 1960s. You know what I'm saying? Where I review this other video. I'm reviewing a video that's already on my channel. And anyway, in that Back to the Future video, I show a clip where the lady is saying that she makes fucking 10 cents an hour. She works 10, how many hours she was working? I think she was making, 10 cents an hour. She works like 10 hours a day and only gets paid $1 a day, and she can't even feed her family and shit, and they in there eating some weird shit. But anyway, for the new people in the stream, hit the like button. You tuned in to Indigenous Realist. Now, on the flip side, why is that important? That video where I show Back to the Future, that video right there is actually showing you the form of slavery I'm talking about. And they say it multiple times in the video. The narrator actually says, this is worse than slavery. They're in worse conditions than slavery. This is slavery. He says it multiple times while he's right there on camera. Do you get what I'm saying? Check this out. So if we do acknowledge slavery exists, because we have what? Alright, yeah. What else I failed to mention? I talked about the slavery thing. I was finna mention a few other things like that. Okay, cool. Just because slavery exists, that doesn't mean we're Africans. That doesn't mean our people are African. Slavery is where you're selling people and buy. Indeed, that's slavery. Indeed. But what they're doing is selling the contract of the people. That's what we got to realize. When you see the receipt papers, when you see the receipt, that's actually them buying out a contract for a person. Now, why do I say that? Because indentured servitude is, in my video where I say slavery a choice, the indentured servitude, I actually show you, I actually say in the video, I was like, no, my slavery was a choice video. I said, yes, slavery was a choice. They chose to get down or lay down. You had get down or lay down. Think about it. Still to this day. Now look, people are sleeping on the fact, everyone wants to everyone wants to speak on the mark of the beast, right? Everyone wants to speak on the chip in the mark of the beast, but we got a chip in our damn credit card. We have chips in our bank card, chips in our credit card. And the mark is an old term for money. If y'all didn't know that, a mark is an old term for money. You know what I'm saying? Because it was actually a notation. They used to keep notations of what you owed. So you come to my store, you come to my stand, or you come to my shop, I'm going to say, here, you get the supplies, and I'm going to mark you down what you owe me. So that's a mark. They were marking. They have your name, and they put a mark. So mark is actually money. It's actually dealing with currency. Then you got your chip right there in your credit card. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned that the other day. Like, damn, I go to store sometime and try to swipe my credit card, and they say, you got to have a chip. That sparks. That sparks in my mind. What do you mean I have to have a chip to spend my money? And I can swipe. I got a magnetic strip. Nah, my magnetic strip ain't good enough. They want my chip. Now check this out. The reason why I bring up the money thing about the mark. People failing to realize when they speak, for the new people in here, hit the like button. Let's get some like-minded people in the stream. So people failing to realize when you speak on the mark of the beast, you speaking about a motherfucking book 2,000 years ago. This shit comes out of a book 2,000 years ago. So the motherfucking all this rapture and all of this shit we looking for during the end times, this shit could have already happened. You know what I'm saying? This shit could have already happened. But this is the reason why I brought it up though. Dealing with the mark as it pertains to the mark of the beast. I'm saying we've been using a monetary system this whole time. And this whole time, money is a mark. This whole time we've been having a mark. This whole time I can't go feed my family because I'm not living like an indigenous person. Well, I am. I'm saying the average person in America can't go feed their family because they're not living along with the indigenous culture. They're not out here on the land planting food. My sister them, I wish I could put the camera over there. She at home where I live on the land. She over there doing her garden already. You know what I'm saying? She planting already. This planting season. You know what I'm saying? If you can't feed your family without this mark, it's a fucking mark of the beast. If I don't have money, we gonna starve. Because I did it before. I did not have money, and me and my babies sitting around looking crazy, and I go steal my baby something just so they can eat. That's what I'm saying. We cannot do anything without money. That is the mark of the beast. It's already came, and we still using it. We got the mark. The root of all evil is money. You can't use, they say without the mark of the beast, you cannot buy, sell, or trade. Without the mark of the beast, you can't buy, sell, or trade. The root of money is, the root of evil, money is the root, for the love of money. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Mark of the beast, root of all evil. A 2,000-year-old book, and we think that we're so important. This is where the narcissistic traits get exposed in human beings. For the 5 new people up in here, hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people in here. This is where the narcissistic traits of humankind and religious people come out. We think we're so damn important because we're alive today using a 2,000-year-old book. We think we're so important that this book is talking about us. That the things in this book hasn't already happened. That Revelation is waiting on us. Oh, Revelation, the end times is finna happen. The shit already popped off. Do y'all not get that? The shit done popped off. We living in hell. We right here living in hell. When you inside this monetary bullshit system, we right here living in hell. What do you mean? The shit already happened. We using the mark of the beast. It's money. You can't buy, sell, or trade without it. Capiche? I'm done with that. Now, self-improvement. Self-improvement. All right, I'm jumping back to self-improvement because at the beginning of the video, we talked about higher self, and I mentioned lower self, and I broke down other high sciences. Now, now I'm gonna go back to self-improvement. Why is self-improvement? Important? Because if you don't improve your motherfucking self, nobody else is gonna improve you either. Or should I say either? It's all about self. I'm not saying be selfish. I'm saying when it comes to yourself, Love yourself and respect yourself so you can love. You can't respect another person if you don't respect yourself. That's how I feel. That's how I live my life. That's how I thrive in life. I respect myself, therefore I don't disrespect anybody, therefore I don't get killed. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how it goes. That's how life is. You can't disrespect people. You're gonna get killed. That's just how it goes. Now, so self-respect. Self-respect is the key. Now, self-love. How the hell can you love someone? How can you love someone else more than you love yourself? How can you love someone else more than you love yourself? It is impossible, but it's not impossible. Why? That's an anomaly. Why? Because I've loved someone else more than I've loved myself, and that shit led me to disaster. It put me through more pain, more bullshit than I've ever experienced in my life because I had a lack of love of self. Now, still talking about self-improvement. We talked about self-respect. We talked about self-love. Now let's talk about knowledge of self. People sincerely do not have a knowledge of self these days. Like, people do not have a knowledge. They lack the knowledge of themselves. We are doomed because we lack the knowledge of themselves. We lack the knowledge of ourselves. If we know that we are Indians, for the 3 new people up in here, hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people in here. We lack knowledge of self. What the hell is self? Self is the science of everything in life. The science of everything in life is self. Because you either way, look, we know self is dual nature, right? You have the higher self and the lower self. Then self is triune in nature, right? Because you have the mind. I always want to say mind, body, soul. That's some crip shit. I'm talking about some high sciences here. You have the spirit, you have the soul, and you have the flesh. Spirit, soul, and flesh. The spirit of man, the spirit of man is that part that makes us mobile. It is the higher self. You get what I'm saying? Peace, Jamel Younger, peace. Anybody else? Turtle Island Easy, peace. Arnold Bliss, peace. TR3, Trey the Third, peace. Why? We'll watch this video later. Peace. All right, check this out. Now, we're talking about self-improvement here. We're talking about knowledge of self. We're talking about I did self-respect, self-love. Now I'm doing knowledge of self. What is self? Self is dual in nature. It's dual in nature because we consist of the higher self, which are all the parts of us that come straight from the Most High. Straight from the Most High. Straight out of his mouth, straight into our mouth, straight down into every fucking atom there is. In one atom. Think about it. If you think you are not as powerful, or if you think you can't do miracles, or you think you aren't powerful, or you think you aren't important, why can they take one atom? Why can they take one atom, one atom? Remember, atom. Think about it. An atom. The first man, the original man, is supposed to be Adam. So you get the first man, who is Adam, right? Oh no, my bad. I be losing my train of thought. Now anyway, the atom, ATOM, right? Why can you take one atom, split this atom, contain its power, and drop it out of a plane and wipe out a whole city? If we aren't powerful as self, if self has no power, if we don't have any strength. For the 3 new people up here, hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people up in here. And y'all comment down below. Anything you want to comment is welcome. Y'all keep the chat moving, please. You now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Higher power. Back in the booth. The realest, the noble. Now check this out. When we're talking about atomic bomb. Look, when we say that we aren't important, when we say we have no power, it was out of my power, or I can't save you, or you can't save yourself, you need something outside of yourself to save you. When we're talking like that, look at an atomic bomb and look what it did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Look what it did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and tell me that we aren't powerful. We consist of millions and millions of atoms, probably billions. They don't know. The microscope can't tell you. Look at what the fuck an atomic bomb did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They split one hydrogen atom. A hydrogen bomb is the atomic bomb. Look, the atomic bomb that they used was a hydrogen bomb. That's one hydrogen atom. Yeah, I smoke. That Halito, copper colored brown. Peace, peace, peace. Halito, well met. Great to have you up in here. Now, they took one hydrogen atom and split it and fuck these people off. It's 70 years later. These people it's still babies being born with deformities in Japan. It's still motherfucking fish and deers and hell, cantaloupes. It's all kinds of shit been born with more shit than it's supposed to have. You can't eat nothing over there. You can't drink nothing over there or nothing. And you telling me we don't got power? Why? How can we activate the power of the atom? Now you thinking about it. You like Chief Sabi. They split the hydrogen atom. Remember that inside of the body, we have everything outside of the body. We have the whole universe inside of self. We have the whole entire universe inside of self. Every mineral, every chemical, every cure, every goddamn everything from man, we have everything outside, inside already. All right, check this out. Southwind, peace, peace, peace. Now I know people like Chief Sabi. They split the hydrogen atom. That's how they made it go boom. Okay, how do we split the atoms inside of ourselves to tap into that higher self? How do we do that? We activate that through what? Sun gazing, moon gazing, through knowing the real calendar. Knowing the real calendar. As I told the people in the stream earlier, my family moved off a indigenous calendar. We start the year in September with a family reunion every year. Oral stories, oral traditions, family fun, food, paying homage to our grandmother. We all meet in California every September and do honor to the ancestors while they still living in the ones that passed. We keep a compilation book of every side of our family in its genealogy, in its history. And those are passed out every September. Now, moving along from that, we activate that through what? The electricity that's already in our mind. All right, people gonna think I'm a psycho. Indigenous Realist, there's no electricity in your brain. Okay, what is brain deadness? How do you know when someone is brain dead? They know a person is in a coma or is brain dead or is dead because there's no electricity in the brain. They put a monitor on your head and they see there's no activity up there. That activity, when you hear me say I'm just trying to spark something in your brain. That's why I say random shit. That's why my messages come out all random, because I'm trying to do that. I want to say something in the 30 seconds, in the 60 seconds I have a person's attention that will spark a thought, a conscious thought in a person's brain, and they can keep moving. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't expect people to sit in here. I go all over the place because I want you to just spark that brain. That's why it's called brain what? Activity. The activating powers of the brain. The electricity. Wow. How does the electricity travel from your brain? All right, first of all, if you wanted to activate an atom or atomic energy, we energy period. Shout out to the original Copper Empress Holbert. Peace, 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 everyone. Now, if we wanted to activate that atomic energy or any other kind of energies, how do we do that? We stimulate life and matter right here in the brain. Right here in the brain, that's how we stimulate life and matter. All right, check this out. Meditation. Now I'm going in old fashioned, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just finna do it old fashioned. I'm finna just be jumping topic to topic. Y'all can drop topics in the chat, but I'm just gonna be dropping shit. I have no notes or nothing. I'm just gonna be dropping shit. Now, what did I say? Meditation. What is meditation? All right, in all the scriptures, right? In the Bible, in the Quran, the Zohar, the story of Siddhartha Gautama, which is Buddha, you know what I'm saying, and his enlightenment path, and the other books, right? any kind of ancient wisdom, any kind of ancient mystery system, any kind of conscious thought among ancients, right? You get you see meditation. What is the meditation? Now Christians would be like, hey man, Jesus didn't meditate, Moses didn't meditate, Abraham didn't meditate, and the Muslims will say the same thing. Musa didn't meditate, Ibrahim didn't meditate, Isa didn't meditate, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not meditate. That's a lie. They all meditated. How do you know that? Because look inside their storyline in Siddhartha Gautama, in Zarathustra. When you look at the Buddha, you look at the Zohar, you look at the Zarathustra, and you look at the Buddha, and you see that even they meditated. We just see it focusing on Buddha, and we see it focusing on Zarathustra, Confucius, and Buddha. But in all actuality, so did Moses, Solomon, David, all of the prophets. For the 5 new people up here, hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people in here. You now tuned in to Chief Sabian, Indigenous, the realist, the noble, higher power. Now, they meditated. What you get meditation is what I call seeking that wilderness. Not the physical wilderness. Check out the video I just uploaded right now on my channel since I've been live streaming, where I was out there in wilderness, out there in nature, you know what I'm saying, chilling earlier today, getting attacked by thorns and shit. Just wanted to show the people, you know what I'm saying, what it looks like out here in the wilderness of North America, where I live, in the wilderness part. Check this out. Now, the meditation process. All right, Moses. When did Moses meditate, Chief Sabian? Let me hear you say, when did Moses meditate? Moses went up to the mountain to do what? 30 days and 30 nights, a fast. Meditation only works with fasting, by the way. I'll come back to that in a second. If you just meditating I'll come back to the meditation part in just a second. I mean the fasting part with meditation in just a second. And I am a master of the fast. I fasted 44 days, no solid food at all, straight water. Lost 55 pounds. I'm a master of the fast, of not just the physical fast, the spiritual fast, the sexual fast, all of that. I haven't touched a woman. I haven't ejaculated. I haven't had sex. I hadn't had stimulation from a female since July of last year. I'm functioning in higher self. Peace. Now check this out. The meditation. Moses went into the mountain for 30 days and 30 nights, no food. Now, Jesus went into the what? Into the wilderness for 30 days and 30, or it could be 40 and 40, y'all. I'm just going to say 30 and 30 just to be sure. But I think it was 40 and 40. All these people do 40 and 40. The Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Quran was revealed to him where? Inside of a cave. After he fasted for what? 30 days or 40 days and nights. The same thing. It goes on and on and on. Buddha left the earth through what? Buddha did not die. For the new people in the stream, hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people in the stream. Now, Buddha did not die, if y'all didn't know that. If anybody in here doesn't know that Buddha didn't die, no. Buddha sat up under the Bodhi tree. It's a tree that, I don't feel like explaining about no damn tree. Just look up Bodhi tree. You spell it B-O-D-H-I. Okay, check this out. Now, Buddha did not die. He sat up under that Bodhi tree and meditated. No food. He meditated until he left the body. He didn't die. He just left his body. How do you leave the body? Vibrations. Now, I see people start nowadays to try to say that sleep is the closest thing to death. It is not. Sleep is the closest thing to the other realms, the spiritual realm, the astral realm, the different planes. Sleep is the method where you reach these different planes. A stroke is the closest thing to death. I had a stroke. I died in 2017, the physical death. So I know for a fact. Appreciate that like. Now, a stroke is the physical death. I mean, is the closest thing to death. Now, I'll go on that in a second. Now, sleep. When you sleep, you don't see ghosts, do you? No. You don't see fucking ghosts when you sleep. You see ghosts when you have a near-death experience. Always. You're going to see ghosts or you're going to see visions and stuff when you have a what? A near-death experience. It's i.e. my stroke. I.e. various car wrecks I have in. And I'm always seeing some weird shit. Now check this out. Fast forward to that. Indeed, indeed. Y'all keep the chat moving. Keep the chat moving. But you ain't got to. I'm in rare form. If y'all don't know what rare form means, I got my cap on. If I have to take my cap off, I'm letting my antennas out and I'm going to go beast mode. But instead, I'm just going to keep it rare form right now with my cap on. Rare form is just coming straight off the dome. Now, we're talking about meditation. Buddha ascended through meditation. The Quran was revealed to Muhammad through meditation, self-reflection. Now, when I'm talking about meditation, I call meditation self-reflection, self-reflecting on self. You get what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. What are you meditating on? Are you meditating thinking about music playing in the background? You cannot meditate with music playing. You cannot meditate with other people around you. But yes, you can. So I take that, I redact that statement. You can't meditate with other people around you because I do it. But I'm saying you have to know how to meditate already. And so I'm just giving it to it in the simplest form. For beginners, you can't meditate in no fucking crowded place. You need to take your ass in the woods, take your ass in the cave, take your ass on top of a hill, on top of a mound, on top of a mountain. Okay, that just sparked the download in my mind when I said mountain, because I mentioned that Moses received his ascension or his higher consciousness during his fast on top of the mountain. What is a mountain? A mountain was actually a pyramid. Do y'all know that? When you hear of Mount Moriah, when you hear of Mount Moriah and you hear of Mount Sinai, they're talking about pyramids. A pyramid. What is pyramid? The fire within. The literal translation from a master etymologist coming from Chief Sabi say that the motherfucking pyramid means fire within. That means a burning within side of that temple that we built. What is a temple? The temple inside man. I always talk about that, the temple inside man. Go smash that like button. Indeed, indeed. Now, the pyramid means fire within. So when Moses climbed that pyramid, that means he climbed the fire within, that carnal nature in man, that burning desire. All right, lower self. I spoke on higher self, and I'm still going to keep building on higher self. I said meditation, and I said I was going to come back to something. I forgot what it was. Appreciate that, Aboriginal power. Now, okay, I said about the pyramids. Reason why I brought up meditation is this. We're talking about higher self and how you access that part of you that's not accessed right now. Because if you can't feel this spiritual energy running around here in 2020, running around here in late 19, if you haven't ran across any succubus or any incubus or any goddamn straight up vampires, straight up energy suckers, something's wrong. And you may not know that you're already under the wheel or under the influence of one. You need to self-reflect. We're talking about self-improvement. We're talking about what is self. That's the higher in the lower. Appreciate that light. Now, on the flip side, I'm gonna be in here for a few more minutes, y'all. 40 days and 40. Okay, so they all went through a point of 40 days and 40 nights, and we even see Buddha, who was the most. Look, Buddha did the most, right? That's why I always refer to myself like Buddha when I say I be meditating in my Buddha pose, because I want to achieve that status. When I leave the flesh, I want to just leave the flesh at will. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and die through cancer and stuff. I want to say, hey, my work is done. Boom, I'm gone. No pain, no gunshots, no jumping off of bridges, no hanging, no getting killed. I just want to say, hey, my time is done on the earth. Let me lay down the flesh. Look, and it should be like that. Why isn't it like that? Because we vibrate at a lower frequency. Why are we vibrating at a lower frequency? Acid, the acidic level of our blood, the acidic level of our cells, the acidic level inside of our stomachs. Do you not know that your intestines is your second brain? Your first brain? And for men, do you not know that your testicles, your scrotum, is your third brain? But I ain't even gonna build on that right now. But that's a fact. It moves and functions on its own. If you haven't noticed that by the time you are already an adult and you don't know that your scrotum descends and retracts and moves by itself, keeping that, it's an incubator for our seed. So therefore, we have an incubator on our body, and it's called a scrotum. If y'all didn't know that, that's what your nuts are used for. They raise up and down. Anyway, I ain't gonna build on that. Now, the first brain, we see that's the physical house of what? The mind. I'm gonna build on the mind in a second. But we have the first brain. It is the first brain is your brain inside your head, the physical manifestation of the mind, and its intricacies. Now, the second brain is the intestines. What are the intestines? Um, for those of y'all that don't know who the fuck this is, I can't even find my lighter. I'm inside the car. I don't have the keys, but y'all tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous, the realest, the noble. Just in case you want to see what I look like. In the meantime, though, check this out. Um, That's what I get for doing that narcissistic shit. I lost my damn train of thoughts trying to be seen. I could have stayed in the dark building. Okay. Y'all get me back on point. What was I talking about? I can run it down. I can find it. Because I went from higher self. I went to self-improvement. I was talking about the different types of selves. Oh shit, I didn't talk about too much. Somebody comment if you knew what I was talking about. I'm going to push it along. When we're talking about the chakras, all right, I'm not going to build on the 12 chakras, but I will do a video on all 12 chakras, but I will talk about the 7. We'll talk about the 3 lower, the 1 in the middle, and the 3 of the high. Now, no, the 4 lower, I'm a break it down like the 4 lower and the 3 upper chakras. Now, people hear chakras and get scared. They like, okay, watch this. This is a little known fact. Let me be the one to drop it. Look, why do females love twerking? And why do niggas love watching females twerk? That's gonna fuck y'all head up. Chief Sabi, where the fuck you get this one from? Indigenous Realist, what the hell is wrong with you? You talking about twerking? Yes, I'm talking about ancient magic when I talk about twerking. Yeah. So why do you think the females twerk and why do you think niggas can't stop watching it? Because they're actually activating that 4th chakra. Did y'all know that? Females, when they do the in men, and I'm not saying men twerk, I'm saying when men, you know what I'm saying, when they're rocking, when they're even during sex, look, they say sex is how you in the hadith, right? In the hadith, they say sex is the closest thing to the most high. They say sex is the closest thing to the most high. I know it sounds crazy to westernized thinking. We think that sex is so bad. You must ain't never had a wife before. You must ain't never had it before. It's not a bad thing. The westernized mind, the sick, twisted, colonized. Look, the sick, twisted colonizer had a perverted mind, so they made sex bad. But in all actuality, sex is a good thing, and that is the shit. Now moving along. We're not gonna stick on sex. Moving along. And I'm just really doing this. I'm really just doing this to show not just myself. I'm just showing y'all how the fucking whatchamacallit. I'm just showing y'all the Indigenous Realist. When I say Indigenous Realist is back, I bring his form back. I'm not talking about just the fucking name. I'm talking about I'm bringing up another consciousness inside of myself. I'm channeling. When I'm doing this, think about it. YouTube. And one of the sisters in the chat, you heard a lot of this stuff yesterday when I was building with you for them 3-4 hours. But YouTube, right? What do we call our YouTube page? It's not a page. It's a what? It's a channel. What is channeling? Channeling is when you what? You step aside inside of yourself and let another spirit take the steering wheel. That's channeling. And that's how YouTube is. When you create your avatar, remember that word, avatar. When you create your avatar or your channel, what they're doing is channeling your energy onto the internet. So this bad energy that y'all put out, we put out, I'm not going to say y'all, that we put out, when we put out bad energy on YouTube, on the internet, we're channeling bad energy out, and that's why bad energy comes back to us. When we put out good energy, that's why good energy comes back, because it's channeling. Look up channeling. Look up channel. It's a word called channel, and it's not talking about a station on your TV. Now, look at that. Look at your television box. What do you see? Channels. They're channeling energy. When I talk about channeling energy, I almost went into another bill, man, but it ain't ready. I hope the sister don't drop it, man, but it ain't ready, man. Where I was going to tell y'all about why. I ain't even going to say that it's not ready. Let me do some more research, but I got some new smoke. On that one, so let's get off that bill. So we talked about channeling. Let's talk about selling your soul. Let's talk about selling your soul. Is selling your soul real? Can you sell your soul? Anybody in the chat, anybody active in the chat, do you think selling your soul is real? Like, do you think the Illuminati and stuff, like, do you think you can sell your soul, or you think that it don't belong to you? Soul is your mind. Okay, we got one brother say soul is your mind. Soul is your mind. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna see that one comment, and I'm gonna go ahead and build. Look, to me, soul, and I spell it SOL for a reason. Soul, our soul, selling our soul, we can't sell it. Why? Because it doesn't belong to us. A soul was given to us. A soul was given to us just to keep track of our deeds, our good and our bad. That's our conscience. Our soul is our conscience. Our conscience. You get what I'm saying? Our conscience. How when you do something bad, you don't forget about it. You know what I'm saying? You do something fucked up, you don't forget about it. You always remember it. Why? Because it's on your conscience. It's written on your what? Soul. Okay, now, why did I bring up soul? Okay, I said sell your soul. They're not selling their souls. I perceived it as figuratively, not literal. No, it's literal in this way. It's figurative in a way. It's speculative in a way. And it's spiritual in a way. And it's literal and physical in a way. All right. Now, if we know that the soul is the conscience, right? So selling your conscience. Think about it. If you sell your conscience, what does that mean? That means you have no kind of moral compass anymore. You have no kind of conscious compass anymore. Why is that important? Because without a moral compass, you'll do anything. Do anything for the racks. Like what little baby said, I do anything for the racks. That's what that means. They will do anything. That's what selling your soul is, by the way. When you compromise your integrities, you compromise your moral compass. Whenever your moral compass comes in compromise, you can't get it back. Do you get what I'm saying? Why is that important? And how can I make that make sense? Okay, this. And I'm asking myself these questions since I'm in here. I'm forced to build with myself. I need active subscribers, you all. I need active subscribers. By the way, and I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I need active subscribers, you all. Check this out. Now, how can I make that make sense? Okay, cool, like this. Let me explain it more simply. Your moral compass. Without your moral compass, you'll do anything for money, or you'll do anything for another person if they can buy your moral compass. Why does that matter? Because when you sell your soul, as they call it, I'm doing my finger quotation marks, by the way. Y'all can't see me, but I'm doing a little quotation mark things with my fingers. Yeah, you don't gotta retract your comment, bro. You good up in here. Y'all can comment whatever y'all want, man. And I'm gonna go through in a second. And moderate a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been checking out my channel settings, and ain't nobody been blocking people, so we good on moderators. I'll start back remoderating people. The ones that sit here active building. Okay, check this out. Now, matter of fact, let me go ahead and do it. Cherokee Outlet, Indigenous Aborigine. Peace, peace, peace. Great to have you up in here. Indeed, sis. Now, check this out. Your moral compass, when you sell your soul, you're selling your integrity. You're selling your moral compass. You're giving that to someone else for a specific amount. That's where selling your soul comes from. Now, why is that important? When you look at the industry, when you look at the rap industry, they're promoting a certain type of consciousness. They're promoting a certain type of level of activities or spiritual activities or moral conduct. So when you sell your soul to be famous, you're tampering with not with just your moral conduct or your soul. You're actually being paid to tamper with the moral compasses and the moral standards and the integrities of your listeners. Why? Because aboriginals, indigenous people, so-called black people and brown people, we move off of what? Vibes and vibrations. When we put out music, our music hit different from anyone else's. We ride the beat like no other person on the planet. Okay, I gotta come back to twerking. In a second, because I said something about music and now I remember what I had forgot a while ago, and it was gonna be about twerking and activating that that chakra, that lower chakra, and I'm gonna build on that in just a second. Now, you're tampering when you sell your soul. You're tampering with the souls and the integrities of the people. You get what I'm saying? With the souls and the integrities of the people. Why? Because when we get on the beat is already fixed. It's a binaural beat. We think that all beats aren't binaural, but they actually are. And I'll break that down in a second. But the beats that we're getting on, just the drums, just the 808s for the 5 new people up here. Hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people up in here. Now, when we hit when them drums beat, it's natural. It strikes the rhythm inside of your body. Rhythm can be translated as vibrations because as the more you vibrate, the higher your consciousness get. Have you noticed that when the music is on, when the for the single people in the room, when the music is on, it actually and for everybody in the room, when music comes on, your sexual drive turns on. When music is on, you're natural. For the men, your testosterone is naturally raised. For the women, your estrogen and your hormones are activated through vibrations. Have you ever been like me? I used to ride, you know what I'm saying, when I used to ride box Chevy, I used to have the 15s in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? And the 6x9s banging and shit. And I knew that shit made the females, you know what I'm saying, turn up. You get what I'm saying? Because I didn't know it was the vibrations activating them. Now, since I've reached a higher consciousness, I do acknowledge that it's just the vibrational frequencies. All right, I mentioned frequencies. No, I'm not going to get on frequencies. I'll do that in another video. Okay, the reason why I say selling your soul is your integrities. Think about it, sis. If you look at your soul as your moral compass, your integrities, you're willing to go against the teachings of your mother and father. Remember, honor your mother and your father, that thy days shall be long on this earth land. If you stick to the teachings of your mother and father, generally, you will stay alive longer because they've already experienced the experiences to teach you ahead of time. Okay, that makes me open up the build on the experience, and then I'll come back to twerking and how that activates the sexual nature inside of male and female. Okay, experience. What is an experience? Okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example. When the average person reads a book, watches a documentary. No, fuck that. I'm taking ancient terms. When the average person reads the Bible, what do you read it for? Are you reading it to just hear a story? Are you reading it to just hear his story? Or are you reading it to feel the experience? Can you transmute experiences? Can I tell you a story of my experience and you transmute that and apply it to yourself and make yourself better? You should be able to. So I was going to say, yes, you can, but I know I can't. Someone can tell me. Let me give you an example. First of all, let me say this, and I always say this. A smart man, what's the difference between a smart man and a wise man? For the 5 new people up here, hit the like button. You now tuned in to Indigenous Realist to Realist. Hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people in the room. Now, I'm always saying the difference between a smart man and a wise man is what? A smart man does something, makes a mistake, sees how he made a mistake, he corrects it, and doesn't make that mistake again. That makes you smart. Now, a wise man, on the flip side, a wise man he watches the smart man make his mistake, fix his mistake, and not do it again. And so what does a wise man do? He just totally avoids the mistake because he learned off the experience of the smart man. That's it. I broke down experience. All right. The reason why I brought up the smart man and wise man, because we're talking about experience, and I was trying to tell you all that you can learn, or you are supposed to learn, if you be conscious, if you be a thinking being, you are supposed to learn from others' experience. That's how we can be wise beyond our age. We don't get wise beyond our age just by being born from old parents. My daddy is 98. My father was born in 1924. You know what I'm saying? My father was born, so my math may be off. I'm not good in, my father be 96 this year. He was born in 1924. Now check this out. I think that's how old he is. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. He'll be 100 this year. Excuse me. Yeah, my fucking father be close to 100 or 100 or some shit or whatever the hell. Y'all do the math. I ain't good at math. Now check this out. That shit don't make me wise beyond my age. What makes me wise beyond my age is that as a child, I sit there and listen to my mother tell me about her experiences. I know of rape. I know of robbery. I know of drug dealing. I know of gang banging. I know of all different kind of experiences that an average 90s baby, 80s baby is not supposed to know. Why? Because my mother's experiences were passed down to me through stories, through oral traditions. Do you get what I'm saying? We learn off the experiences of the past, and we don't make those mistakes as wise men. That's important, because I stated earlier in the live stream that I have what it takes to build a tribe, build a nation. And I said, what are three qualifications of that? I say, I have the land, I have the finances, and I have the mind and the experience it takes to build a nation. And why is that? Because I've studied every black movement on inside the Americas. I've studied every movement that has ever came to so-called black people on this part of the plane called Earth. Every one of them, every movement that's out, that came out through the past, I studied them and seen where they went wrong. So I have what it takes. That's my qualifications, because I've actually studied and learned from their experience. I've experienced the troubles of Malcolm X. I've experienced the troubles of Elijah Muhammad and Fard Muhammad, all one group. I've experienced the troubles of Noble Drew Ali. I've experienced the troubles of the UNIA, Marcus Garvey. I've experienced the troubles of the Hebrew Israelites, the old group, being Ami them, the ones that went there. I experienced the troubles of the ancients, of our ancestors, of the past. That's how we learn. That's how we get wise, by watching the experiences. Why do we bring up experiences? Because I'm saying the Bible is not no fucking story. It is a storybook, but I'm saying the Bible is not no damn religious book. It is a book of experiences. It is a book of experiences that a wise man can glean much knowledge from. And that's why y'all hear me be like, man, where the fuck Indigenous Realists be getting this shit from? The Bible, the Quran, every fucking one of the thousands of books that I've read, every one of the every one of the over 100,000 people I've talked to face to face. I'm a very social person, and I was incarcerated most of my life. And while I was incarcerated, I actually did the math of how many people I've talked to, basing that off of the fact that I always spoke at least once to everybody on every unit I ever went to. And those units were of a certain anyway, y'all. Anyway, now check this out. I learned from the experiences. When someone tells me, hey man, my baby mama dogged me out, I learned from that experience. I can learn from this man's experience. Hey man, I went to the dice game and got tore up. Damn, what you do wrong? Man, I kept betting on 6 and 8. I learned from that experience. Oh, I ain't betting on 6 and 8. Why you ain't bet on 6 and 8, bro? Because you don't keep the bar. Oh, okay, I like keeping the bar, so I'm not gonna bet. Do you get what I'm saying? As wise men and women, we must learn from the experience of the past. All right, let's flip the whole script. Twerking. What the hell is important about twerking, Chief Sabi? Twerking is important because they're activating. The reason why men love watching women. All right, think about it. I'm finna fuck y'all head up. Why do men love women with big butts? Most people think it's a preference, right? And it is. But why do we look at the female features of a woman and get turned on? Why can we look at breasts and get turned on? Why can we look at a woman's butt and get turned on? Why do we look at a woman's feet and we're looking at her chakras. We're actually looking at a female's chakras. Why do females look at us, our chest, our back, our face, looking at our temples and stuff like that? We got to realize that we're checking each other's chakras out. We're checking energy out. We're exchanging energy when we have sex. That's why that's where you get the term, I forgot. My mother always used it. I was finna try to use one of Diana's terms, but hey, I don't even remember that life no more. But that's what we're actually looking at. We're actually looking at the chakras. We're not staring at a girl's butt. We're staring at that energy. We're not looking at those breasts. We're looking at energy. You aren't lusting off of a man. You're checking out that energy, that masculinity, that masculine energy, that feminine energy, masculinity and femininity. Or if that's a word, I make up words sometimes. Now, I done went 15 minutes over what I was supposed to be up in here. Y'all hit the like button. I'll stay in for a little bit more. Hit the like button. Let's get some more like-minded people up in here to get this work. Now, M. Koto, peace, peace, peace. What about now? Okay, now the twerking. The twerking thing, so now that I say that the identification points for these chakras on a female or on a male are their qualities that we look at, i.e. fill in the blank. Now, twerking. Twerking is sending vibrational, you know what I'm saying? It's sending vibrations down through it's sending them up. It's sending them up and down as a vortex and meeting up right there where she's what? Popping that lower spine. What sits right there? That tricky fourth chakra. That's what sits right there. So when she's twerking, she's actually sending out energy. A woman is actually sending off energy, something similar to a mating call of animals, something similar to pheromones. They're actually activating those chakras. I know that's a little deep. Some people may catch it next year. Now check this out. The men, think about it. Think about it. Hey, for the new people in the stream, hit the like button. You now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous, the realist, the noble. Now, hell, I didn't touch 50 topics. Let me keep going. I talked about expansion. I don't even care what I talked about. I talked about so much shit. Let's talk about science. Scientific, never mind. I'll do another build later, man. I love you all. It's peace. Great to have you up in here. For those that missed the stream, check it out. You were tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous, the realist, the noble. I'm out this joint. I fuck with y'all. I love y'all. I love all my subs. Keep leaving positive comment. Keep hitting my Gmail. My Gmail is coach, the number 4, Sabi, the number 7 at gmail.com. COACH, the number 4, SEBI, the number 7 at gmail.com. I love you all. I love you all. We all master builders. We all can build. We all should be seeking that inner peace and that inner higher consciousness. You all look within. Fuck with me. Check out my Christ consciousness videos. Check out my motivational videos, and check out my gang stalking videos, and check out my gang culture videos. I love you all. It's peace. I'm gone.